Faith TV Plus.
This is morning news. You had the headlines. APC heads to court over Silva's disqualification. Atiku reveals why WAEC certificates carry Sadiq Abubakar. Court-martial declares Major General guilty of theft. Lagos suspends planned mass burial for EndSARS victims. Tanker explosion averted in Lagos. Now the news. The All Progressives Congress (APC) in Bayelsa State says it will appeal the Federal High Court judgment disqualifying Timipre Silva as candidate in the forthcoming governorship election. Justice Donatus Okorowo on Monday ruled that Silva, having been sworn in twice and served 5 years as governor of the state, would breach the 1999 constitution as amended if allowed to contest again. But the party, in a statement Tuesday by its Director, Media and Publicity for the APC Bayelsa Governorship Campaign Council, Perry Tukwe, argued that the suit by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) was in breach of the Electoral Act. In other news, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has explained the discrepancies in his Senior School Certificate Examination (SSCE) certificate. Atiku made the clarification through Dele Momodu, who took to his ex-handle to convey the 2023 People's Democratic Party's presidential flag bearer's explanation. According to Momodu, the clarification became necessary following allegations of forgery against his principal by members of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). Some members of the APC had questioned the name Sadiq Abubakar in Atiku's WAEC certificate as against his other credentials. However, Momodu said he forwarded the accusations to the former vice president, who also provided an answer for the discrepancy. In other reports, a Nigerian Army Special Court-Martial sitting in Abuja on Tuesday, October 10, sentenced a former Group Managing Director, Nigerian Army Properties Limited, Major General Mohammed, to 7 years imprisonment for stealing the sum of over $2 million and 1.65 billion naira belonging to the Nigerian Army Property Limited. Mohammed was sentenced after the court found him guilty of 14 count charges out of 18 count charges brought before the court, bordering on forgery, misappropriation of funds, and conspiracy, among others. The accused had, however, earlier pleaded not guilty to all the charges pressed against him. After resumed sitting on Tuesday, where the judgment was given, the 8-man panel led by Major General James Miam stated that a convicted senior military officer was found guilty in 14 out of 18 charges. The accused appeared at the Nigerian Army Special Court-Martial with wheelchair court-martial, also declared the Major General guilty of $1.476 million theft. Meanwhile, the Lagos state government has announced the suspension of its planned mass burial for the 103 corpses recovered following the October 2020 EndSARS protest. The decision to suspend the mass burial comes after the controversy sparked by the initial announcement in July. A leaked memo dated July 19, 2023 revealed the government's plan for the mass burial, triggering objections from human rights organizations and civil society groups. The suspension aims to allow more time for the identification of the victims by their families. According to the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, the planned mass burial remains suspended to provide ample time for relatives to identify the corpses. Finally, on the news, what may be described as tragedy was averted by emergency responders on Tuesday in the Surulere area of Lagos State. An articulated vehicle loaded with premium motor spirit PMS, popularly called petrol, fell off while in motion on top of Stadium Bridge, Inward Barracks, Ojuelegba on Funshaw Williams Avenue, Surulere, Lagos. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, confirmed this in a statement on Tuesday. LASMA Director of Public Affairs and Enlightenment Adebayo Taofeek said the tanker fell on a Golf Volkswagen car and had its contents spreading over the other side of the expressway. To prevent another imminent fire explosion, Taofeek said other emergency responders, particularly the LASMA Response Unit, LRU, and the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Services quickly arrived at the scene. Thanks for joining our news broadcast. Subscribe on our channel for latest updates. Opeyemi Olugbemi reporting.